here we have our favorite and totally not evil doppelganger girly, Nivora. If you've played this story up until now, you kinda know who she is. My first question, finding out, quote unquote, since it was pretty obvious she at least wasn't a good guy, and that she was just the Grand Architect's weird hobby of cosplaying girly pops, was why the fuck he bothered with so many details we'll look at later. From the front, Nivora looks like your average NPC, or at least the story-relevant ones. A duotone color palette of purple and a fuchsia brownish color, if it wasn't for the tacet mark. Now, we've had NPCs with tacet marks before, but this one is just so dead center that it was obvious she played a larger role aside from her. Sabotage. She has a big fluffy hat, emerald eyes, and many tassels. From the side, we have her cute bun pigtail combo, her fur coat, her hand with symbols on it we'll look at later, and perhaps the real sign of being evil, her boots have no heels. From the back, Nivora is majorly her coat. While you can slightly see her dress layered under it, her purple coat with many pretty danglies, fur wraps, and triangle hell is the most visible thing here. The last side, due to being an NPC, is absolutely fully mirrored, so let's go back to the top. Nivora's face, especially in-game, looks distinctly different from the average playable character. The eyes and mouth are quite far apart, and the eyelashes don't look very remarkable. Despite that, her face is very cute. A vibrant inset blush and freckles which I wish Sagrika had, at least slightly. Her eyes are, as mentioned, a dark emerald green with pink little highlights and a distinct red dot. Despite knowing this is the Grand Architect, her eyes in the beginning too looked like a camera lens to me, due to the color combination. It was a bit eerie whenever she came on screen because I just couldn't look away from that red dot. Despite the NPC look, she has the visual mesh of a playable character, as most story-relevant NPCs do, kind of like OphisOuro. Her bangs are messy and quite literally very choppy, with seemingly useless white and purple clips on the side, and some face framing pieces. The top has 3 triangles, kind of like a mini crown, though I'm not really sure if they are in her hair or belong to the hat. Aside from 2 long pieces at the front, the rest of the hair is bound into little side buns with some brown string before going into longer pigtails. Originally, for this video, I wanted to take her hat off, but unlike some playable characters, her hair is completely chopped off where it would meet the hat, so let's just look at it normally. The hat is the same fuchsia brown tone as mentioned, with little gold dots, stripes, and triangle details, along with what I believe is a compass. The compass is reoccurring all over her outfit, in either the same or a different form, which we'll see later. Aside from this, there's some purple and white fur lining, more gold bits and bombs, and a big fur puff at the top. Moving further down, Nivora has some similar patterning to Sagrika here, or generally what the Roya have, with lines that go below her dress. Around her neck, she has a brown collar with a purple triangle. Aside from that, she has her fur coat with a big brown collar, not hood, even though I thought it was at first, and a big braided talisman necklace with a gold attachment. This kind of reminds me of saber-toothed tiger's fangs, or since the tiger is machinery in Lahairoi, its entire paw. Embedded into it is a singular emerald gem. Looking at the arms, it's majorly her coat, being an off-whitish, slightly lilac base color with beige shoulder pads and purple lines on top. The lower sleeve, aside from some light blue lining, has the same compass design, along with gold cyan and magenta triangles around the fur cuff. Underneath the coat is her dress, with a different kind of compass as mentioned, looking more like a sundial if anything. With how big her sleeve is, I doubt it does well at keeping her warm, but let's just ignore that. Around her wrist, she wears a big gold bangle, or two if you may. One is just circles, while the other covers her entire wrist with another compass. Now, here's some of the detail I'm a bit interested by. The patterns, I still understand for detail if you're making a doppelganger. But the nails? I think it's funny to imagine the Grand Architect worry about such small details, that he'd paint his nails, but alas, we don't know how exactly he transforms into them anyways. There's nothing underneath the hand, so let's go back. The dress underneath has many white stars and lines, much like the other Roya, again featuring the same sundial, but larger. Again, unfortunately, due to how her outfit is, there is no more of the dress underneath the coat, aside the ruffles all around the bottom. As for the rest of the coat, on each side at the front are these big purple sash-like pieces, with white circles, dots, triangles, and the compass, along with writing. Oh, and more tassels with triangles, of course, as every Roya needs to have. This presumably connects to the back, which has much of the same with just random patterning, gold triangles, and saber-like teeth. Behind this, and covering most of the back of her coat, is another giant sundial. Further down her coat, she has a reoccurring pattern of writing, gold circle buttons, magenta, purple, and gold triangles, along with some blue detailed lining. Onto her legs, they don't really have anything special if you disregard the giant tacet mark. If tacet marks didn't come in all sizes, I'd also flag this as suspicious due to how big and in your face it is. But since they do, I guess we can ignore that. The other leg has a very tight looking leg strap, which I kind of worry for her blood circulation, and has the same symbol as before on the centerpiece. Lastly, we have the shoes. She wears little white socks inside them, with purple gems and magenta and cyan triangles drawn onto them. Her boots are the same color as her dress, but are more the design of her hat, with the purple and fur lining, the triangles, and additionally another small compass button almost hidden underneath her fur lining. Otherwise, they just have more gold details, writing, lines on the back, and nothing underneath. Nivora, as an NPC of course, is very cool to me. Much like OphisOuro as mentioned, and some of the other more story-relevant NPCs, she was very unsettling from the very start with her sabotage. To the point where even if people didn't figure out it was another cosplay, people thought she at least was a traitor or a Fraxidus member. I really hope we see more of the non-doppelganger Nivora as well, just to see if there are any significant differences between the real and the Grand Architect's version. Anyways, when did you figure out Nivora was evil? Or at least scheming something? Let me know down below. I hope you enjoyed and have a nice day. Bye bye.